call me Ren for short. I'm from Ireland, so hopefully you can all understand me. If you don't, well, it's not my fault, really. So I'm here to tell you about how you can tell a story to get a job, or use UX principles to get a job. And if you don't get a job after this, it's not my fault either. So this is what I'm here to say. Get the boredom out of my head. Stories are great. You should tell more stories, like the one about the snake. That was awesome. Creativity inspires, and CVs are boring. Hands up if your CV is boring. Actually, mine isn't. But, okay. So you're probably thinking this: Reilly, is she a superhero? And I'm not actually a superhero, but I do go around saying things like this. I want to save people from badly designed products and websites. I'm sure we all do. That's just what I'm like. So, about our industry, it's getting overcrowded, roles are merging, people are kind of confused about UI designers, UX researchers. Recruiters don't actually understand what we all do. So getting in the S bucket for any potential job can be difficult. So then we talk about us. Hands up if you think you have some of these characteristics. So empathetic, user-focused, visual, passionate. Let's get a hands up here. Everybody. Okay, if you don't, you can probably get your money back for the tickets. Okay, so this is a traditional CV. We've all seen them. They're boring. They're really boring, okay? They don't show anything about us. They don't show any of these things that are really important. Empathy and user experience is one of the most important characteristics that you can have, yet you can't see that on this kind of CV. So my old CV said this about me, that I was maybe geeky, intelligent, but not very approachable maybe because it's just loads of text. It also said I was a man, couldn't find a good geeky woman picture. But we also have this new barrier in CVs. When we're creating the CVs, we have to fit in with this new cultural fit. And none of us really understand what that means because it's different to every different company. So you can't say things like, I enjoy socializing with friends. That sounds bad, but there are ways that you can say things like that that make you sound good. And then this, they are just boring, our current CVs. These are my problems with our current CVs. Cats don't like them. So recruiters also have issues. So 50% of recruiters highlighted spelling and poor grammar as their #1 turnoff. 50% of recruiters suggested a logical order for presentation. To me, that says that we should be telling a story rather than just giving them loads of information. And the biggest pet hate was, I enjoy socializing with friends. Never say that. So we start off with the basics in UX, okay? Let's get the basics right first. Legibility, hierarchy of content, grammar, spelling, make it printable, and don't put any selfies on it. That's just embarrassing. So the golden rule for any project, like your CV, is that you have to know your audience, you have to know yourself, and you have to know what you're talking about. So then we take the UX CV, where you should be creating an enjoyable user experience. That's what you do in your daily lives, that's what you do in your job. So if you're going for work or a new job, you need to do this. Make it memorable, tell a story, and instill empathy. Make people empathize with you. They're the potential employer. Make them like you, make them feel for you. That's a very hard thing to do, but if you do it, it's awesome. And engage your audience. Everyone's talking about engagement. That's the most important thing. So, how do you get noticed and be remembered? You can do lots of different things. You can make infographics that make sense. You can have a billboard. This is from an Irish person, saved me from emigration. They made a billboard. You can make a packaging thing that talks about you, like a cornflakes box, things like that. There are loads of things you can do. So the main thing you have to do is tell your story. So this image is part of my story. I come from a very small place in Ireland. There are about 5 million people in Ireland and only 20,000 live here. So it makes me different. So I use that in my CV that I used last year. It's very important that your story has a beginning, a middle, and a new beginning, which is your new job. So, the beginning, I came from this parish, okay, where you couldn't zoom in on Google Maps. So that's a UX problem, and I told them that. And somebody hired me because of that, so that's kind of cool. The middle is that I can do all of these things, but I didn't know what I could actually do as a job, so I said it could lead to spontaneous combustion. You don't always have to tell the truth. And then my new beginning was that I'm going to work for your company, and I'm going to look really good doing it as well. This won't always work, so if you make an amazing CV and it doesn't work, that's also not my fault. I'm blameless in everything. Don't let the medium interfere with the message. This is the problem. Don't have a picture of a monkey on a yellow telephone if you are not a monkey on a yellow telephone. Don't copy somebody else's story. You can copy the way you tell the story, but you can't copy the actual story. It has to be yours. And as researchers, we all know that 75% of statistics are made up. But this is not made up. I actually did have a 75% success rate. Sometimes it doesn't work. I got a job out of it, got lots of job offers, and you can too if you're looking for something new. But always have a backup boring CV, because there are some cats that will like that one. Thank you.
Excellent.